I am Chuck Wico, and this is my YouTube channel, The Bureaucrat. I retired from the Army as a colonel after working for about 15 years in the Pentagon. To succeed in that highly bureaucratic environment, it's vital that you understand what bureaucracy truly is. Not just the familiar frustration of going to the DMV, but the deeper question of why does bureaucracy spring up in the first place? And what's it really doing? And maybe more importantly, how can you be as successful as possible working in the bureaucracy? Well, I'll tell you that there are two little secrets. First, bureaucracy forms where there is competition for the distribution of resources. Tax dollars are an obvious example, but just about any resource that people want and are willing to compete for, it's going to produce the twisted bramble paths of bureaucracy. Overtime, conference room slots, homeowners associations. And the second secret is, you are probably a bureaucrat. You're engaged in the never-ending, no-holds-barred competition to hold on to what you got and pry a little bit away from the other guy. And if you don't believe me, wait till your next promotion. So, on my channel, we talk about three broad topics. That is, career planning, retirement planning, and estate planning. When it comes to career planning, the real focus is on what happens after you get promoted out of your frontline supervisory role. I mean, there's all kinds of courses and books to help you figure out how to get the right education, how to get hired for a job, and then to do some basic management functions. But when you hit the halls of corporate headquarters, you are on your own. The best you can expect is small nuggets of information that are begrudgingly shared with you by people who, quite frankly, see you as their competition. As far as retirement planning, I'm mainly focused on military retirements. I mean, for one thing, the environments and conditioning that military service exposes you to, it is not designed to provide for a smooth retirement transition. Plus, the number and complexity of all the programs that are out there to help veterans, well, that can be a source of stress on its own. Finally, it might seem strange that I lump estate planning in with the topics I discuss, but there's really two reasons that I do that. Number one, a lot of retirement planning is really estate planning in disguise, so it's often difficult to talk about one without separating the other. And number two, I don't trust people to make strategic decisions for our nation if they can't make strategic decisions for themselves. The guy who doesn't think too much about what he leaves his family when he's gone, well, he's also the guy who really doesn't think very much about his coworkers and what's going to happen to them when he gets promoted. Because look, our world has some pretty big frickin' problems and absolutely no shortage of them. We need people like you. And frankly, I want to do everything I can to make sure that you reach your fullest potential.